What's up, everybody? Look, we're going to go over a quick training here to show you how to go fast with this. If you want to go get this thing extremely fast, I'm going to show you how our team goes and gets one, gets another one, just builds and creates some momentum here, okay? First off, when we sign somebody up, we just say, we pull out the income disclosure form and ask them where do they want to go on the list. And of course, most people says IMD, but that's when you can call them out and see how serious they are. If they're serious, go ahead and get them to book their first training event, whatever it is, right there in front of you. If they give you an excuse of why they can't get that ticket, then you just need to be real with them and say, look, then you don't want to go to IMD then. You don't want to go too fast if you don't want the training ticket, because I know for a fact that those that actually go to IMD never miss a training event. And so you can see exactly where they are and you'll love them where they are, however fast they want to go. But if they tell you IMD fastest want to do, that's what we're going to show you how to go get this thing. It's super fast. Let's say they say, okay, good, I want it fast. Then you go ahead and you start building a list with them right away. You get out a piece of paper, you can write it, they can write it, you can do it together, it doesn't matter. But make sure that that list is being made right in front of you. You go for 4 flat tire people. If you had 4 flat tires, 1% battery, and it's midnight, who would you call? Who else? Who else? Who else? It's a key thing to ask the person is who else? Who else? Eventually they'll start to kind of look confused like they don't know, and then move on to another type of question of, one thing I like to look at is say, who's the most successful people you know? Who else? Who else? Who else? And at that point in time, after we make that list, they can see that they're going to get more than 20 names. They're going to feel real excited about that you're going to help them do that. Then you're going to pull out your calendar and you can give them 2 choices. You're going to say, look, I've got 2 times for your launch event. I've got this day and this day. I don't care if your week is empty. You just pick 2 days and you pretend like the rest of the week's full because you're going to build it full through this. Only give them those 2 options. If they give you an excuse again, if I don't have time for this party, that party, and they told you want to go fast, call it out on them again and say, well, look, we need to bring down your expectations if you want to go fast, because if you don't book the party now, you will not go fast. But if they say, okay, look, I want this day and that day both, you know you got somebody that's really wanting to go real fast, okay? You can also go ahead and set up their first for long distance, which what I mean by long distance, we got a great training on that. Just kind of look on this YouTube page to find it. But if a long distance type travel party that you can do, if they're in 2 hours to 3 hours away, you go to them. But after that, you follow that training that you can go check on the YouTube page here. But you can go ahead and set up that first party to do the long distance showings too. So find them 2 days on your calendar then and book that time too with them, okay? Then you go back to that list and you say, okay, on this list, who's your go-to person? Who can you go to right now? And you can call them up and you can simply say, what's up? Nothing, cool, I'm coming over. Something that simple right there. So they call that first person, and when they call that first person, you're there to help them invite. And so you can make sure they don't mess up the invite, because most people have messed up their first invite, get their feelings hurt, and therefore they stop really showing the deal just because off of one mistake they made there. Now as you go into that first person, you go with that new person and you go with them and you say, hey, look, I'm going to coach you up on how to edify me, how to do the 3-step setup. And if you want to go see those training, go to World Ventures Advantage and look at that. Go to World Ventures YouTube, see those training, or go to your Dream Trips app, it's on there too. And so they get good at that. Now when you get to the actual house of the person, since they've already know how to edify, they already know how to do the 3-step setup, you the leader are going to do the whole presentation. But when it's over, you're going to just simply say, excuse me, I need to go to the restroom. And you've already coached your new person this too. They're going to ask their friend, you know, you're doing this with me, right? While you're in the restroom, they're going to ask their friend that, you're doing this with me, right? And then, of course, when you come out of the restroom, just go up to that person and get them a high five, say you're in, right? And then you do that whole process all over again. You make the list, you set the parties, everything we said, make sure they're serious, to get them a ticket, all that stuff we talked about in the first of this video. Kind of got to go through this visually for you. Let's say I go over to Susan, I show Susan Rowe the deal. This is Susan Rowe, almost senior rep in the company right now. And let's say I show her and I say, Susan, you ready to get started?
I am.
Awesome. And then I go ahead and go through the whole list, making who else, who else, who else. And she's writing down these names. I set up her first party. So of course, we've already gotten her ticket to the event. And she says she's serious and she wants to go IMD. What are you doing right away?
I have a party.
You're going to have a party and you're going to get your ticket, right? To the
That's right,
event,
I have
right?
my ticket.
All right,
Right,
awesome.
too.
You got 2 of them. I
One for
love
me
it.
and one for the one that's coming.
I love it. I love it.
That's
Even
right.
better there too.
Yeah.
And so now as we go through this, remember I'm having her call her closest person on that list is Dylan Davidson, okay? And so she's just gonna call Dylan. She's gonna simply say, hey Dylan, what are you doing? Nothing, cool, I'm coming over. All right, do that right now.
Hey Dylan, what you doing?
Nothing.
All right, we'll be there in just a minute. See you.
Boom, we come on over. Now we're at Dylan's house right here. Now remember, they're right over. I'm coaching her up on what to say, how to 3-step and how to edify me, everything. And when it's over, I'm going to the restroom. And what are you going to ask when I'm at the restroom?
You ready to get started?
Let's do it.
All right.
Come back. So you're in, right? Of course. Awesome. So what did I do with him? We built the list. So we go through the whole entire thing, which I said at the first of the video. Now, if he is busy, okay, and we can't go show with him, or let's say she wants to continue showing that day, we're going to go show more people. So I'm going to show you how it's going to look on the binary. As we continue to go, I might look on her list, and she's like, I'm saying, who else can we go show now? Who's the next person? You got your first win. Awesome. We're going to go to that next person, okay? Now, the next person we go to, as we're going over there, I'm going to let her know, because she wants to go fast, I'm going to let her know that she's got the first half. If she starts giving me an excuse, guess what I'm going to say? I thought you wanted to go fast, right? So she's going to do the vacation part first. You got it?
I got it.
Okay, cool. You're going to edify me. I'm going to coach her up on what she need to work on, what she did great at on the first part from the first person we showed. And now her binary's already growing. She's already got points and everything. So let's say the next person's Patsy. So let's say you call Patsy up. Hey, Patsy.
Hey, Patsy. Hey, how you doing? I'm doing great. Are you free right now?
Cool.
Okay, we're coming over.
Coming over. Boom. You show her. So she does the first half. I do the second half. Ready?
Hey, Patsy, are you ready? All right.
Guess what we're going to do with her? Same exact thing. We're going to see how serious she is. We're going to get a ticket, so on and so forth. But now on the binary, she gets to come over here. And even though Dylan doesn't know who she is, we get to text Dylan, congratulations, your team just grew. He's like, what? I didn't even do anything yet, okay? But he's already got spillover on his team right away the first night. Now let's say she's ready to continue to show. I've already booked parties with them. I've already got parties with her. What's happening to my calendar right now for the week? Getting full. So now I'm not stressed out. We're blowing up fast, right? And this is through one personal right here. One person. People say they run out of the list. We've already grown the team. You've already got 2 sales, 200 points going to drink this with, right? And that's a platinum or less. And so now as we continue to go to the next one, I educate her on what she needs to work on with the presentation, the first half, she did as she did, the edification, all that stuff. And then what I'm going to do next is I'm going to say, listen, this is your third showing. You got the second half. Now she's going to do the business side. Now remember she said she wanted to go IME fast, right?
Right.
Okay, cool. So we get there, do the whole entire presentation again. Arcilla.
Arcilla.
Boom. We go to her house, invite's the same, ready to get started.
Yes.
Boom. See, when she did the business side, I did the vacation club part. Now we get to text Patsy, and guess what we get to tell her? Congratulations, your team grew. What do we get to tell Dylan? Congratulations. Again, right? So she's already got 3 sales. That's $100 cash for her right there in her first night. So is she excited or not? One away from waiving her fees, everything in the first, just do this one person. Now, of course, with Arcilla, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and put her, make her list and everything. Same thing we did at the beginning. We're going to continue it on. Now we go to the next one. Patsy, come on up here. All right, you ready to go? Now, what timeout? Listen, this is what we do. On the way to the next last one, this is the 4th time, right?
That's right.
She's doing the whole entire presentation. I'm just sitting there like this, okay? I'm giving my story and everything, and now developing a leader right here, okay? So now she does the whole thing.
All right. That's it.
You ready to get started?
Ready to get started? Yes.
Awesome.
Okay.
Make our list.
Yes. All right.
She's already doing it all. See this? She's already doing it. She knows it's duplicating. Whatever you do, duplicates. And you want these positive duplicates. Congrats, your team group. Congrats, your team group. Congrats, your team group. First day, and guess what she has? Got a 4. There's no more. Now, I've got parties built up throughout this group here. My week's completely full. We've got long distance schedulings, and I've only been through 5 people. People worry about, oh, I don't have anybody to show. This was through 5 people. We got a list at least 20 more, 20 more, 20 more, 20 more. Now, let's say she only had time to do 1. That was it. We did her 1, and let's say I sign up Dylan, okay? Now, Dylan may be ready to run, so I'm going to do the same thing I did with her, so she had to go back to work or whatever. So I'm going to be building with him. Let's say this now, even though she's only got 1 sale, we got to text her team group 3 or 4 times, right? Along the way, I may be going through here, and Dylan says, you know what? I don't need any help. I'm going to sign up about 50 people on my own. And he does it. What happens to the whole entire team now? Boom. Boom. Okay? This shows you who to work with, because what's going to happen eventually, somebody's going to say, oh, I can't go to the training now. And you're going to say, I thought you wanted to go IMD. Well, I don't know. They're going to give you excuses, but the one that says, I've already got my tickets and I bought 5 more for the 5 teammates I'm going to sign up. Who do you think I'm going to run with now? Boom, here. I promise you, whatever it takes, if you go do this and you do it hard and you just go at it fast, you will succeed and you'll go extremely fast. You're getting people paid, you're keeping them happy, and then you're going to go IMD as fast as possible, guys. Go get this and get paid.
Get paid. Get paid.